Tonight's headlines: Palace to study declaration of state of economic emergency. DOE chief urges public to conserve fuel. Duterte not supporting any presidential bet despite Ilokano joke. SC issues TRO versus Oplan Baklas. LPA shear line to affect Southern Luzon. Sixers bounce back with Bulls win. And measures in Palace to cushion impact of Russia-Ukraine conflict. Good evening. Today is Tuesday, March 8, 2022. I'm Miguel Paltagonon and this is Tribune News on Q. Here are the stories for this evening. Malacanang on Tuesday said that it would look into the possible declaration of state of economic emergency in light of the impact of the series of fuel price hikes and the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. Acting presidential spokesperson Martin Andanar said that the declaration of state of economic emergency would be studied through the office of the executive secretary. Andanar added that the economic team of President Rodrigo Duterte on Monday proposed government interventions to ease the effect of the fuel price hikes and the conflict in Ukraine on the country. Asked about specific situations that would result in the declaration of an economic emergency, such as researching a certain threshold for fuel price, Andanar said it would require a meeting among cabinet members. Energy Secretary Alfonso Cusi on Tuesday called on consumers to do their part by conserving fuel products as oil prices are expected to continue to increase amid the Ukraine-Russian crisis. The energy chief stressed that if demand for fuel goes down due to consumers' conservation and efficient consumption efforts, oil companies will be compelled to regulate their own pricing. This week, fuel firms implemented the biggest price hike on petroleum products so far this year. Oil companies imposed a 5.85 pesos hike per liter of diesel, 3.60 pesos per liter of gasoline, and 4.10 pesos for every liter of kerosene. Despite the rising prices, the Department of Energy said Monday there is no problem with the supply of fuel products coming into the country, adding that the problem lies in its prices. Malacanang reiterated that President Rodrigo Duterte was not supporting any presidential candidate after the president joked about the choosing an Ilokano to lead the country after he steps down from office. Acting presidential spokesperson Martin Andanar recalled that the president had said that he does not support any presidential candidates unless there is a compelling reason. To recall, Duterte joked that it was up to the Filipino voters to choose which Ilokano would lead the country after he steps down from office during his speech at the inauguration of Narvacan Farmers Market in Ilocos Sur. Duterte added that most of his cabinet were from Ilocos, and voters could choose his successor from among them. Tribune News on Q will be back after these reminders.
Describe yourselves in 3 words.
Yes, Doktora.
3 words. Should I say confident, radiant, beautiful?
Uy, maganda yun.
Ah.
Ito yung 3 words ko. Naturally more beautiful.
Yun.
Mga katribu, tara na't makiisa at matuto sa mga public service programs hatid ng Kalingang Katribu. Tuwing Lunes, nandyan ang usapang business na magbibigay tips at inspirasyon sa mga aspiring entrepreneurs kasama si Vernon Velasco. Tuwing Miyerkules, usapang pangkulusugan naman ang tatalakayin ni Miss Cory Quirino sa Health and Wellness. At tuwing Biyernes naman, kung legal advice ang kailangan mo, sagot ka na ng Legal Diaries kasama si Elmer Navarro Manuel at mga guest lawyers. Lahat ng niya mapapanood tuwing alas 3:30 ng hapon sa Daily Tribune Facebook page at Tribune Now on YouTube.
In other news, the Supreme Court on Tuesday issued a temporary restraining order on the Commission on Elections, Oplan Baklas, or its campaign to take down of campaign posters that were either oversized or posted in restricted areas. In an M-Bank resolution, the High Court ordered the COMELEC and its spokesperson, James Jimenez, to comment on the petition within 10 days from the receipt of the notice. The supporters of presidential candidate and Vice President Leni Robredo earlier asked the High Court to stop the poll body from taking down oversized campaign posters in private properties, saying it was a violation of the constitutional right to free expression, among others. Last February 16, the COMELEC and other authorities started taking down election campaign posters that were either oversized or posted in restricted areas. Jimenez earlier said the COMELEC was just making steps to ensure that laws were complied with. State Weather Bureau Pag-asa announced that a low-pressure area in the shear line will affect Southern Luzon and parts of Visayas and Mindanao. The LPA was located 245 kilometers west of General Santos City. Mindanao, eastern and central Visayas, and southern portions of Palawan will experience cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms due to the LPA and shear line. Meanwhile, Cagayan Valley, Bicol Region, Aurora, and Quezon will have cloudy skies with light rains caused by the northeast monsoon. Metro Manila and the rest of the country will experience partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated light rains. In sports, Joel Embiid enhanced his MVP credentials with a 43-point masterclass as the Philadelphia 76ers got back to winning ways with victory over the Chicago Bulls on Monday. Sixers big man Embiid had 14 rebounds and 2 assists as Philadelphia pulled away in the fourth quarter for a convincing 121-106 win. It was the 10th time this season that Embiid has posted 40 points or more as well as 10 or more rebounds in a single game. The Sixers were buoyed by the return of star signing James Harden, who was rested for Saturday's defeat on the road to Eastern Conference leaders Miami. Harden's return to the starting lineup gave Embiid time and space to work his magic after he was stymied by Miami's defense on Saturday. Harden finished with 16 points and 14 assists, while rising star Tyrese Maxey added 17 points, 13 of them coming in the fourth quarter. And in business, Finance Secretary Carlos Dominguez III has assured President Rodrigo Duterte that the impact of the current Russia-Ukraine crisis on the Philippines would only be temporary, and a comprehensive set of measures are now being implemented to ease its impact on the economy and the people. Dominguez said that despite the negative repercussions of the crisis in the form of increased energy and food prices, he is confident that the government will be able to keep inflation within the target range of 2 to 4% and attain its goal of expanding the economy between 7 and 9% this year. Duterte called for the meeting to discuss with his economic managers the government's measures being put in place to control the effects of the price hike of basic commodities, such as the provision of subsidies to affected sectors. He said the 1997 Asian financial crisis and the global financial shock of 2008 had even more severe, direct, and longer effects on the economy, yet the Philippines overcome its challenges. Dominguez noted that the Russia-Ukraine conflict would not directly affect the domestic economy, as neither country is a major trading partner of the Philippines. That wraps up the stories tonight. Before we go, we would like to thank the SM Store, Araneta City, the Department of Tourism, MG Motors, Hina Motors, Security Bank, Empire East Land Holdings Incorporated, and Overseas Committee Affairs Council member Alan Lin of the Republic of China for their continued support. Again, this is Miguel Pautagonon, and you're watching Tribune News on Q. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay at home. Good night, and God bless us all.
The most important thing that I teach them and my daughters is humility. I said, you cannot grow, you cannot be successful if you are not a humble person.
This public service advisory is brought to you by Daily Tribune and 100.3 RJFM.
Oh, vaccination, isolation. Gotta keep up with my nutrition. Gotta maintain my body condition. Then I can take my vaccination. What do I choose? What do I take? As long as it is not a fake. AstraZeneca, Moderna, BioNTech, even Sinovac, okay na. Babakuna ka ba? 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 Vaccination for the nation, no more isolation. With vaccination, babakuna ka ba? 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 Paturok, paturok, paturok.
This public service advisory is brought to you by Daily Tribune and 100.3 RJFM.
Magandang araw mga katribu! Narito na ang mga makakasama nyo tuwing umaga sa programang Gising Na. Roy Pelevelo, Atty. Lia Badillo Crisostomo, Vernon Velasco, Kim Sancha at Chert Balagtas. Abangan ang programang Gising Na mula alas 8 hanggang alas 9 ng umaga sa Facebook page ng Daily Tribune.
Ilabas na ang mainit na kape at samahan kami sa inyong pag-almusal, mga katribo.
Simulan natin ang bawat umaga with good vibes sa mga informative and recreational segments ng aming programa.
Maaari niyo rin ibahagi sa amin ang inyong opinion via Daily Tribune Facebook page at Tribune Now sa YouTube.
Makichika na rin sa latest showbiz happenings, mga katribo.
Kaya naman, magkita-kita po tayo mula Lunes hanggang Biyernes, alas 8 hanggang alas 9 ng umaga at magsama-sama po tayo sa
Gising Na!
Describe yourselves in 3 words.
Yes, Doktora. 3 words. Should I say confident, radiant, beautiful?
Uy, maganda yun. Ito yung 3 letters, 3 words ko. Naturally more beautiful.
Catch the latest news on our website, tribune.net.ph. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Tribune Now. Download the Daily Tribune app on Apple Store for iOS and Google Play for Android to get the latest and most comprehensive news online. Daily Tribune invites you to join its Viber community, Katribu, to get updates on the hottest news on politics, business, sports, lifestyle, and entertainment. Emoticons of the Tribune mascot Tarsito are available on our community Viber.